East Africa has held a number of summits focusing on inclusive growth with targets set for each member state. However, implementation of policies discussed on many of these summits by some member states remained slow. At this year's think tank, President Paul Kagame of Rwanda noted that for the region to realize the benefits of cross-border trade, there has to be clear organizational structures.
We have to identify, we have to be specific, but we have to do it in a very inclusive manner. We have to be organized so that everyone is enabled to play their part, to participate in making this difference. And as we do it, say in one country like Rwanda, and Kenya is doing something else that benefits the people of Kenya, and other partner states are doing the same. When we learn from each other, when we look at these best practices and work together, you can imagine then how much there is in terms of benefit.
On his part, the President of Kenya, Kenyatta, says that for East Africa to make significant strides, the involvement of the private sector is key. He also warned member states against importing cheap products from Asia, a move that will provide a business opportunity for East Africa's skilled labor force.
How can we create more channels whereby a lot of your various components or products that you require for your own manufacture, you get from these small businesses, largely in the informal sector. We were looking, for example, at the health sector. When we look at the challenge, for example, of providing hospital, we are still. Why are we buying knockdown kits from China? And yet we have in Nairobi a whole street there in Dagoretti where you have young people trying to eke out a living. And this is why we're saying we as government will play our part. We want them to supply us with furniture and other issues.
Nation Media Group Chief Executive Officer Linus Gitahi pointed at the need to put in place enabling labor policies and a growth process that's inclusive.
How do we ensure that our labor policies protect our legitimate national interest, but allow for talent to be deployed across our East Africa countries to spark growth? We must help to drive labor. We must talk about the kind of education that we have. We must look at the destination.
Leaders here at the 6th East African Business Summit agreed that continued improvement of the business environment is important for economies seeking to benefit from trade and investment through regional integration. Malcolm Sime, NTV, Kigali, Rwanda.